sweeps the lands. There is no escape. Now you shall perish. Illusion sun. Lightning falls on the land of eternity. Inazuma shines eternal. Inferior. There is no escape. Pathetic. Weak. God. The eye sweeps the lands. Shine down. Pathetic. Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered. The Kitty and Sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Torn to oblivion! A fleeting shadow. There is no escape! Weak. Pathetic. It is decided. Absurd. Thunder. Illusions are but distractions. Shattered. Shine down. Now you shall perish. Your verdict is decided. Without yearning, all returns to silence. Erase all threat. World, a fleeting shadow. There is no escape. Thunder. Insolent. Your verdict is decided. Inazuma shines eternal. Absurd. Shine down. Destructions. Torn to oblivion! There is no escape! The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Strike dead! Shine down! Now you shall perish! Be gone! Pathetic. The eye sweeps the land. There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered! Absurd! Lightning falls on the land of eternity. Now you shall perish! This ends now. Lightning, obey me! I shall not fall here. There it comes. Be gone! Insolent! Inazuma shines eternal! Illusions are but distractions. Only emptiness awaits.
Have you finally defeated her?
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living being's, including you and me.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we must fight, I will defeat her. 500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time that I learned to trust them. I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear. I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day during my absence. I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave it? She was making sense, and maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still... Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times, and has a history of rushing into... What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen, and then she might never leave again! Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time! Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her win the fight? Well, whatever, we can't let anything bad happen to... Oh, but we also can't get in the... Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice! Don't feel Paimon now! Okay! Oh, you're right! Paimon nearly forgot about her! Who knows if she really understands?
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience.
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened.
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable. Presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that you know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now? Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that idea?
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose, for sure.
Uh-huh. You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura. And from what I've heard, it's a little...
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so you tell me. What was it like? Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all. First things first. Follow me to the entrance.
Protection of the Electro Archon. May the blossoms of the sacred Sakura bloom eternally.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can still send you to where A is.
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is.
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be... This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object first.
What? Alright, well, Paimon, stay here then. You two can go in.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
You... Paimon's had it up to here with both of you! Oh, fine! Paimon's coming...
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way. I say... Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you. Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Miko, you better know what you're doing!
That's enough chatter. Get to work. Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Huh? How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these? This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong as it was back then. Over countless battles, not once have you lost. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still wouldn't. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. An inevitability of fate, perhaps. Then, let this be our final duel, the conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? So you're finally willing to... Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. Energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush spirits. Eternity is in my hands! Remove all obstacles. The will I carry within me will never be eroded nor destroyed. There is no escape. Shine down! Illusion shattered! Inferior! Now you shall perish! Witness the final calamity! Purge all obstacles! Shine down! Inferior! Eternity is in my hands! No escape! Inferior! Perish! Inferior! Inferior! Illusion shattered! Witness the final calamity! Shine down! Purge all obstacles! There is no escape! Inferior! Followed by blade! Illusion shattered! Eternity is in my hands! There is no escape! Perish! Purge all obstacles! Inferior! This is the end. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But a will that cannot be eroded. You need not worry about the future. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon yet my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stir the blade that I inherited from Makoto. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle. This power is beyond the limits of... This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it... When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, it was at once A familiar feeling, and a strange one. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today on, Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like, for real?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, there was no but everything happened. I should have been... Did you know? I had some... But I know... Don't look down. It was with this here, but it is you.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future. Nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, A? I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the sacred sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto.
I know what you mean. Perhaps Makoto got a higher... Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been complete.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and...
No. But I understand why now. It was because the sacred Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came. Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you? At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to it. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the... The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to...
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the out. My first thought was, but you two have...
A?
My body has fully recovered.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. After all,
I only heard her. I have to say, she even factored my It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
Thank you.
today at Makoto and you...
It's rare to hear such comforting words from...
Oh, come...
Makoto's...
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder... Does that qualify? Actually, no.
We will have to end the frivolities there. The Shogun and I... After that...
Really?
I am no longer... I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma. I'm looking for...
of the electro archon. May the blossoms of this